Okay, here we go, y'all. Texas Prison Story family. What y'all been waiting for? Tim Snow's reply to Savag3. He did the Texas versus California, so we're gonna fire back in a real respectful way. Much love, Savage. Salute to you. Hope everything's going good to you. Good for you. Everybody's good to you. Hope you have a good 2020, brother. We're gonna answer back with our respect right here. In his little video, I think he did 2 videos, 2 lives. He did a little speculating. Did a little speculating and a little assuming. So, Grandpa always told me assuming makes an ASS out of you and me. You know what I mean? So, not always the thing to do. The first thing that we'll clear up now, okay? He said Texas must not be that tough because we let SPM walk down here in population. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that SPM has never walked in population. He's been PC since day one. So let's get that understood, that he's not out here just walking like that. So I'm pretty sure that was just a mistake that he made going fast, but that was kind of a big mistake. So that'll be the first one that I clear up. The second thing that he was kind of making fun of us down here, saying that we work for free. Yeah, man, that's true, man. You know what I mean? In the state of Texas, you're going to work for free. You're going to do slave labor. You're going to do field work. You're going to make clothes for them. You're going to make beds. You're going to make bed rolls. You're going to make everything, man. The TDC is self-sufficient. So you might be the coldest killer ever, Savage. Come to jail in Texas and you'll be sewing up shoes and boots, man, for your whole time. Don't want to do it? No problem. You go into the box. You know what I mean? So one or the other, program or go sit it down. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of people in Texas that choose sit it down. Don't get it wrong. Now, everybody ain't doing it. But if you want visits, if you want commissary, you want all that type of stuff, yeah, you're going to do your job, man. Here's another crazy thing that they started doing in Texas. You're 100% a ward of the state. You're captive. You can't leave. And they still charge you for your medical care. They'll take $100 off your books every single year. If you don't have $100, then you can still go see medical. But any money that touches your commissary is going to be taken. You know what I mean? So one way or another, you're going to pay the $100 or just don't buy anything from commissary that year. You know what I mean? Which is kind of a big deal for a lot of guys that don't get too much money. They might only get some birthday money, only get some Christmas money or something like that. Now, Texas is taking that, man, for the world's worst health care. You're going to get treated bad, no kind of good services, and they charge you. You know, some of you guys on the West Coast, shout out to all y'all. Some of the guys on the East Coast, shout out to y'all, Midwest. Y'all systems aren't like ours, okay? So you don't even understand the brutality and the oppression that we suffer from down here. But look up, anybody watching this, look up Juneteenth. The holiday Juneteenth that started right here in Galveston. Texas was so foul back then it actually kept the slaves 2 years longer than any other state. And they didn't know about it. So 2 years later, they were freed here, and that's where the holiday Juneteenth comes from. But when that happened, the plantation owners and the guys with the big money here needed help. So guess where they got it? They started incarcerating people at a really rapid rate and started leasing out our prisoners to the slave owners. So in Texas, the prisoners became the new slaves. And I'm here to tell you, man, it's still like that. We're not proud of it. We're not happy, but you're not having fun down here, Savage. It sucks, man. You know what I mean? We're still slaves, and that explains to you why we are. And they like it like that down here. Up until 1984 in Texas, the guards didn't even guard you. We had crooked inmates doing it, guarding you with big butcher knives and pipes, and they could do anything they wanted to. They had the power of about a captain. And luckily some inmates in Texas here got together, got a Supreme Court ruling. It ended that, but literally my man's slave system all the way until 1984. Think about that right there. In 1984, when the slave system stopped, they started, relaxing the rules a little bit. The guards started taking over, and that's when Texas started developing our prison gangs down here. And They grew really rapidly, really quick, and the system started locking them down just that soon, man. Some of the guys in Texas here have been in AdSeg since 1984. Some of the guys walk in on their first day, get AdSeg, man, because of their tattoos or whatever. Anything STG in Texas here, indeterminate shoe, and they're not going to reintegrate and let them out here like they're doing out there. They're just back in that hole for life, man. And those little hole, AdSeg cells or something like 45 square feet or something like that. You can touch both sides of them. No fun, my man. No fun at all. And that's another thing about Texas. There's no air conditioner down here. The only time you're going to see air conditioner in a Texas prison is if you're dying, bro. So, I mean, do you really want the air conditioner? Nah. You'd rather sweat it out on 3-row, 120 degrees than go get that AC because you're dying. So, yeah, literally, you can kill 10 people, man. It don't matter. Come into a Texas prison and you'll be out there in that field squad, working in the gardens, in cadence, chopping trees by hand. And if you don't, you're in trouble. When you finish doing that, you're going to come back inside and lay it down in about a 120-degree building, man. That's what it's like here. Where I was Savage, it was no fun. It was a 200-man wing. And only 99 people could fit in the day room, bro. Think about that. Half of us had to stay in the cell. Only half of us could come out. You couldn't even be out at the same time as your cellie. Like how a lot of systems where people can watch each other's back and all that. No. You and your cellie can't even come out in the same time in Texas. And they keep the door locked all day, so you get a little 5-minute in and out, run, change with your cellie, whatever. It's crazy, man. In our day rooms, there's only 2 TVs. One's for sports, one's for movies. And they're locked inside of steel boxes in Texas. You can't see the TV. I mean, you can see it, but you can't hear it. So you got guys doing live bids in Texas that can't hear the TV, and they don't use headphones here like they do some places. You just can't hear it, brother. I'm going to get into a little bit more about why Texas will be a little bit difficult for some people, some places. And this ain't particularly aimed at Savage or anybody else. But as I said, yeah, SPM is NPC. But the last time that I checked, the last number that I seen, Texas had only 88 inmates in protective custody. Think about that. 88 inmates in protective custody. It was hard for them to get there, and you can guarantee all 88 got a bunch of money. That's the only reason there is here in Texas. In Texas, we're very light on politics. We're very heavy on handle your business. Kind of like how Savage describes the 2-5 and the SNY yards. Our main line is like that. Your gang is not going to protect you. Your race is not going to protect you. Nobody's going to protect you if somebody calls you out. You got to get out there and man up. Come from the shoulders. And better do good too. See, I'm one of the few people that can actually speak on politics because I did Fed time also. And federal time is 100% California politics. So I've lived under the California politics where you got to go holler at a shot caller. He's got to talk to the guy on the wing. He's got to talk to the man. And then they do something like a squash ducket. Nah, man, that's never going to happen in Texas. If you got a problem with that man right there, you tell that man that y'all going to go in that cell and handle it. And we like it like that here. It's a lot less animosity. You get it over with quick. And you find out who's the better man in Texas. So we like it like that. And in one of his videos also, he was talking about the Tango Blast being a lot like the 2-5 gang. And yeah, it is kind of like that, you know. Shout out to my Tango Blast homies. But the thing about that, they're mainline. They're 100% mainline. They're not SNY. They didn't check in. They didn't leave a gang or whatever. Now they walk in, handle their business from day one to the day they leave. There's no leaving them. See, Texas has no SNY here. You make your decision to join a gang in Texas, that's your decision till the day you die. You know what I mean? The only way you're getting out of that in Texas, we have a program called the GRAD program. Gang renunciation, something like that. But guess what happens in the GRAD program? You complete it, you come out of AdSeg, then you got to go to GP and face the guys you just renounced. So that don't work too well either. They don't send you to a special place with a bunch of other people that did it. Now you're gonna have to face the music down here in Texas. So there's a bunch of different things here. Also, something Savage said that he kind of thought was funny, but yeah, there's some units, some state jail units, and some transfer units where they're only giving them 2 meals a day. That third meal is a sack lunch. You pick it up, and we're not proud about that, man. We're not happy about that down here. Not at all. This is a terrible situation, terrible system. And mostly in Texas, you're going to get fed pork. Check this out. We eat pork about 5 times a week. And for those guys that are Muslim, Jewish, whatever, get tired of eating pork, your pork substitute will be 2 slices of cheese and 2 scoops of beans. So we literally got men out here in Texas living life sentences on 2 pieces of cheese and 2 scoops of beans, man. You know what I mean? We watch Lock Up Raw, and we see the guys in California look like they're eating good. They look healthy. Come down here to Texas, looks like the system is killing us, man. This is a punishment state, man. That's all I got to say. This is a punishment state. I'm not saying we're any harder, any worse, any better, anything than California, but I just gave the kids of Texas a rundown why they don't want to come here. And I'm pretty sure Savage is going to give us a rundown of why you don't want to come to California, y'all. So I hope y'all stay out of both places. How about that? Much love.